Tom Wylie was in the doctor's lounge at Alta Bates, having a cup of coffee and chatting with one of the anesthesiologists, when he saw flames shooting out of a building on the TV screen behind the other doctor's head. Someone had muted the TV, and he stared at the screen for a minute, wondering where the fire was. Then a banner moved across the bottom, announcing the name of a hotel on Market Street in San Francisco. He picked up the remote on the table and turned the sound back on. The camera showed Market Street closed to traffic, with fire trucks everywhere, hotel guests milling around in a cordoned area half a block away, and firefighters rushing past them into the hotel. The tall ladders had been set up against the building, and firemen were entering through windows on several floors. It was a 5-alarm fire, and 200 firefighters were on the scene. The reporter announced that several guests were being treated for smoke inhalation, and 2 firefighters had been injured. Due to their extensive conference rooms and grand ballroom for weddings, the reporter estimated that 2,000 guests and several hundred employees were in the hotel. Both doctors stood and stared at the TV as the floor below the one on fire burst into flame and the windows exploded outward from the heat. There was silence in the room for a minute. Then Tom commented, "Looks like we might get a flood of customers tonight." "They'll send them to SF General and St. Francis's Burn Center first," the anesthesiologist responded, as they continued to watch the fire burning out of control on the news. Several more doctors and some nurses wandered in to watch, as Tom tossed his paper cup into the wastebasket and went to check his young patient again. The boy was still heavily sedated, but doing well, and Tom was pleased. He was back 5 minutes later. He looked at the fire again and saw a line of ambulances arrive, paramedics rushing toward the scene to confer with the police.